Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, The Goddess in Me. And in this week's reading, we will be taking a look at messages from your higher self. All right. And so these are the three cards for the reading. Go ahead, take a look, see which one calls out to you the most, see which one you feel you resonate with the most. I will put the image up again for a couple of more seconds. This way you can see which of these cards you feel mostly drawn to, all right? And whichever card that is, that will be the pile that will have messages from your higher self in it, all right? So keep in mind that this reading is for the collective, so only take the messages that you feel resonate with you. Gently release those that do not, all right? So without any further ado, let's jump right into this week's message. Hello to those of you who chose pile number one. And so this is the High Priestess image that you chose. All right. And so we are going to jump right in and see what messages are coming from your higher self that needs to be relayed to you at this time. I've already pre-shuffled and pre-pulled your oracle cards, so we will start with those, and then we will be clarifying with the tarot. All right. And so the first message you have is try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable. All right. And so the message that just came through right away is some of you are resisting change. All right. Some of you are holding on to the past. Okay. Some of you may know and recognize that some changes do need to take place, but yet you are being reluctant into allowing that change to come through. Okay. Whether it is a job is coming through, right? Whether it is a change of job, a change of career, a change of environment, even change in relationship, a change of relationship, right? There are some things that's trying to come through with this try not to resist the changes that come your way message coming up. There are some things that's trying to come through. And some of you may even recognize these changes, but you're being I'm getting you're being on the defense, right, with those changes in a sense where you're not fully recognizing the potential within yourself. So you're kind of blocking that change that's trying to come in. You're blocking it away. You're like turning your back to that change. Um, and so your higher self is asking you to try not to resist this, okay? Don't delay the inevitable. And that essentially means is that it's going to happen one way or another, right? With the don't delay the inevitable. It's going to happen one way or the other. So the more you allow yourself to succumb to these changes, the more you allow yourself to embrace these changes that may be around you, the smoother the process will be. Okay, it's what spirit is saying. I'm getting the tower type of energy also coming through. The tower signifies inevitable change, all right, structures being broken down so that new ones can be built with new foundations. So that is just to say that regardless of how much you try to delay this change, all right, that's coming in for you, it is going to happen. It's just that how smooth of the process do you want it to be? All right, because the more you put up the resistance and the more you put up the fight, the harder the struggle will be. All right. So spirit is saying just allow yourself to be guided, allow yourself to transition smoothly into the change rather than trying to fight it off. All right. And however this resonates with you, you all will know what you're being standoffish towards, what you're resisting at this time that's trying to make itself present in your life. Okay. Like I say, this could relate to you as far as career choices, career changes, environmental changes, whatever that is for you, you'll know. And you're being asked at this time to not resist the change that comes your way. So when that opportunity presents itself that allows you to, I'm getting the word escape from a present situation or present reality, it's going to be up to you to take that opportunity. All right. Because that's going to be the beginning of a new start for you. All right. And then you guys have miracles. And I like this coming up because, as I just said, there's going to be opportunities coming your way. And with this miracles card coming up, this is suggesting that it may come in the form of a miracle, right? Some of you may be in situations right now where you're trying to think of a way out or trying to navigate around it the best you can. And so you may be, and I'm also what's coming through is that some of you may be at a breaking point, right? And so you're looking for it out in a situation. And with this miracles card coming up, and the change being here, some of these changes and these opportunities can show up as miracles. All right. And so the message on the card is you're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Yes, so the answer to your prayers, guys, is all around you. The answer to your problems, the answer to your situations, whatever you all may be going through at this time, they're all around you, okay? And they may be subtle, okay? Because as the card says, pay extra close attention to big and small, all right? So miraculous things doesn't have to be this big, grand Dior interest of different things coming your way that's just screams and stands out, right? They can be small, little, subtle things as you getting a piece of information from a conversation you're having with a stranger, right? It could be any little small thing that can be the clue or the answer to the next step in your life. All right. But with this, try not to resist the changes card also being here and the miracles card being here also. What that's signifying is that when these opportunities come or when they present themselves, try not to divert from the information that's coming from it, okay, regardless of how uncomfortable or how uneasy it makes you feel. Try not to divert from them the message that's coming from it, all right, because some of you guys are in some situations right now and you want to navigate your way through and around them, but you're feeling like at this time you don't have the right tools or resources to do so. You do, all right. Spirit is saying is that you're just turning a blind eye to the little small answers that's right in front of you. All right, and that's to say too, some of you already know the answer, yet you're turning blind eye, right? You're ignoring what that answer is because you may not want to face the full outcome from what that would look like. All right, because it may make you uneasy, it may take you out of your comfort zone, it may make you feel uncomfortable, whatever that is, and how it would show up for you, right? It's causing you to not fully want to look at the big picture because of the potential outcome that may come from it. Even if that outcome is a positive one, it's just the fact that it is an unknown one, okay, that makes you feel uneasy about it. All right, so you're being asked to pay extra close attention to all these big and small miracles that have happened, currently are happening, and will be happening for you. So just start looking at or paying attention to things from your third eye, from your intuition, rather than your physical eyes. All right. Looking at when things all of a sudden or I don't know where happen for you, taking that taking it as is this a sign or a blessing from the universe that this is, you know, how I'm supposed to react or respond to a certain situation. All right, so this is what spirit wants you to do. Pay more close attention from this point on to your conversations, to your interactions, to even I'm getting strangers. So some of you will be having encounters or interactions with strangers who's going to provide you some valuable information. All right, so that's also coming up. So if any of you experience that from this day going forward, just know that that is a sign from the universe and your spirit team in regards to your current situation. Okay. And then you have, I know you are tired, but come. This is the way. Renewal, keep going. Your path is revealed. Yes, keep pushing forward. All right. And I love that the message, this is the way card here, because this is just showing that you are being guided. Okay, especially with this miracles card being here also. This is signifying that you guys are being guided. Okay, your path is being revealed to you in different miraculous type of ways. All right, so you are definitely, your higher self definitely wants you to start using your third eye and your intuition more. I'm also now I'm getting the hangman energy. Stop, pause, and look at things from a different angle, from a different perspective, because what this is saying is that the answers are in front of you, all right, or they are going to be put in front of you. Okay, so what keeps coming through is for you all to pay attention to your daily interactions with other people. All right, there's going to be some valuable information, some valuable interactions. All right, valuable connections that's going to be happening for you guys. All right, someone's going to be presented with some valuable key information to something, and it's up to them to recognize it as that. All right, and this is why it's going to be important for you to tap in and tune in more to your intuition, use your third eye more, sense with your feelings in your heart and not with your head. All right, because the head involves the ego. All right. And the ego is notorious for trying to get you to resist change. Okay. It's notorious for trying to divert you away from the correct path because, in a sense, it's trying to protect you from the unknown and things that make you uncomfortable. All right. And so this is why it's going to be important going forward for you to lead with your emotions in your heart and not from your head space. All right. Because as this first card also mentioned, the changes that will be coming through for you are inevitable. All right. They are inevitable, which means that they will happen regardless. Okay. It's just about how smooth of a transition do you want to this change. All right. Do you want a smooth one or do you want a rocky one? All right. So, regardless of how uneasy, how uncomfortable you may be feeling in regards to taking, I'm getting new steps, first steps towards something. It's going to be essential for you to have a smooth transition into the next chapter of your life, into the newest chapter of your life. All right. I'm keep being drawn to this miracles card. There's going to, some of you are going to have some very interesting conversations coming up. Okay, there some of you are I'm getting I just keep being drawn to this energy of like conversations and interactions with, even mostly I'm getting like this energy of like strangers, right? Someone's going to be relaying some information to you that spirit is going to see whether you take that information and run with it, or if you just put it on the back burner and let it go to the wayside, right? Or if you turn a blind eye to it. All right. But your path is being revealed. So, yes, I'm telling you, I'm getting these interactions. I'm getting this energy of some of you are will be having interactions with like angels in disguise, earth angels. Like, so really pay attention to that. Okay, and it's coming week. Pay attention to any type of weird interactions you get or out of nowhere interactions you get where some type of information is relayed to you. Okay, because that's going to be key, valuable informationable. Informationable. I wanted to say valuable information that's going to give you some insight towards something that you're trying to move towards. Okay. And then look at this. We have power of suggestion. Yes, and I'm not gonna read the message yet, but this is just so like clarifying to the fact where I keep getting this energy of you all having some type of interaction with something or someone, right? That's going to give you some valuable information, right? And then you get this power of suggestion. And I don't even know what the message on the card says yet, but the whole fact of the terms, the words being here, power of suggestion, meaning that something's going to come through. So maybe somebody's going to suggest something to you, right? Maybe you're in the market of looking for a new job or a new home or a new environment, right? And someone's going to come give you some valuable information, or maybe even give you a powerful suggestion that's going to lead you down the right path. All right. Um, And so the message here says your unconscious listens closely to everything you repeat, especially when you're not paying attention. Self suggestion happens constantly. Start tuning in. Are your words planting power or doubt? Speak only what you want to grow. Yes, and I love how this signifies even power of suggestion from you. And this just goes back to what I was saying about trying to lead from a place of emotion and feeling rather than a place of the ego in the head. So as to say, to get out of your head, get out of the ego, so that you can clearly see the answers to what you're looking for. All right. As this card states here, self suggestion happens constantly. Start tuning in. Tuning in means that you're paying more attention to your intuition. You're paying more attention to your feelings, right? You're using your third eye more, and instead of using the ego to assess a situation, you're using your feelings, right? Because when you have that moment of silence or that moment of using the feelings, those words that you hear in the background, right? That's your higher self speaking to you. That's your higher self guiding you, right? That's your higher self revealing the path to you, all right? Or giving you those miraculous ideas, thoughts, transitions, right? That's when you're tuning in, that's what's happening. So that comes from a place of stillness, right? That comes from a place of uh, opening up and telling yourself that you trust your higher self, right? And not coming from that place of the chatter that goes on in your head from the ego, right? That looks more like you talk yourself out of something rather than talking yourself into it. So just look at it from that perspective. When you're thinking about something or you're trying to come up with a conclusion towards something, like how should you go, which direction should you take, if your thoughts are going more towards the negative aspect of the situation, then that signifies that you're working from your ego. All right. But if your thought processes are trying to tune in and tap into more of the positive aspect or the positive outcome that could come from this situation, then that's you using your inner guidance. All right. That's you using your intuition. That's you working with your higher self. All right. Um, if it's trying to really help you to see the light in it versus just fully shutting down or shutting it out. All right, power of suggestion. Speak only what you want to grow. Okay, and that's so that you can help to manifest it. And this is what your higher self wants you to know. Speak what it is that you want to grow into existence. Okay, I know you're tired, but come. This is the way. You are definitely being guided, pal number one. There are definitely miraculous things happening around you, but I feel like you're turning a blind eye to it. You're shutting it out and you're not fully seeing the bigger picture, okay? Because you're moving from a place of working more so with your ego, all right, than your intuition. All right, but changes that's coming for you are inevitable. So just keep that in mind, and try not to resist, no matter how uncomfortable, how uneasy these changes make you feel. Just try to go with the flow. All right. And then you guys have Anchor with good luck. Look at that. And it says prosperity in business and stable romantic relationships. Yes. So this is on both ends, right? You got the business side and you have the relationship side. All right. So for however this reading is resonating for you, there's good luck around either of those areas in your life. The anchor, things are stable, right? Things are solid, things are staying in place. All right. So the changes that may have to be made around either of these situations are going to be positive ones, as long as you listen to your higher self and you allow yourself to be guided by your higher self, right? You allow the power of suggestion to come through, whether that is from self or from others, right? Because you guys are definitely going to be having interactions with people around you who are like angels in disguise, earth angels who are sent to you at this particular time in your moment or that moment when it happens to help. Um, I'm getting unearthed. Or to unveil, right? Unveil the circumstances around a certain situation. All right. So this is the moment. This is the moment for you all to tap in. Power number one. There's good luck surrounding this. Look, you have good luck and miracles. This is just like, this is saying that you really have things or people around you right now who are on. You guys are being like surrounded by higher beings and don't even know it. Like, and I'm telling you, you're going to be having encounters with people, strangers even. All right. And these are like your guides in physical form. Okay. Guides as in spiritual guides in physical form. All right. And what was also coming through a little bit ago was even the suggestion of some of you guys may do therapy sessions or counseling sessions to help you through whatever you may be going through. Even the people that you interact with on that level could be your earthly spirit guide, your earthly angel who has been put here at this time in your life to help you transition over to the next chapter. All right. I love it. Look at this. You guys have illumination. You guys are really surrounded by, I'm telling you, like you have a full spiritual team force surrounding you. All right. So you have candle with illumination, and it says light upon an uncertain path, and something in your life needs healing. You guys are surrounded, and you may not even know it, but you guys are surrounded by spiritual beings. All right. And what's also coming through is that it is time for the next chapter. All right. It's time. It is time for the next chapter. Some things are wrapping up in this current chapter, and this is why you may be seeing things kind of shift a little bit. You may be seeing different type of changes coming about, but they're uncomfortable changes for you, right? It's the unknown for you, right? It may take you out of your comfort zone. All right. But this is because this phase of your life, this chapter of your life is done. All right. And so your higher self wants you to know that this phase or this chapter is done, and it's time for you to move on to the next. So try not to resist the changes that come your way. It's like they're preparing you for what's about to come. All right. They're preparing you for what's about to come. They don't want you to shut down. They don't want you to shut it out. They don't want you to disengage or disassociate yourself from these changes. Okay. They want you to allow yourself to be enveloped by them. Okay. They want you to allow yourself to be enveloped by these changes so that you can receive the outcome that is meant for you. All right. And so now let's go ahead and pull some tarot, see what additional messages wants to come through. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis. What additional messages do you have for pile number one in regards to messages from their higher self? Yes, you guys have good luck on your side. You guys have miracles on your side. You guys have overall, I feel like a good vibey type energy where you are open to this. There's just a little bit of reluctancy because of being scared of the unknown, right? Or being scared that you may not make the right choice or the right decision around something. But your spirit team, your angels, spirit guides, they are saying that yes, you will make the right choice because they are guiding you. All right. Your ships are coming in. Three of Wands. Be prepared. You guys have been waiting for change, and here it comes. All right. You guys have been planting the seeds, waiting for results, but here it comes. You guys have been planning ahead, waiting for the results or the outcome. Here it comes. This is what the Three of Wands signifies. The Three of Wands signifies the change coming in. All right. The opportunities coming in, things that you have been waiting for coming in. But look how she's equipped with the surfboard, right? Even though the waves are not there yet, she's still prepared. All right. And this is what spirit wants you to be. Even though the results may not be here quite yet, still be prepared. All right. Be prepared for when they do come because it's coming. All right. With this Three of Wands showing up, it's coming. All right. So start talking yourself into that positive outcome now. Start talking yourself into that positive change now. You are definitely being guided. There's some big changes coming in for you all. Okay. And your higher self is trying to prepare you, especially with this try not to resist the change. Like they're trying to prepare you. They're about to let you know some things are about to be shooken up for you, but in a good way. All right, with the good luck and the miracles card coming up in a good way. All right, there's things are about to be shaken up for you in a good way, and so they want you to be prepared. Your path is being illuminated. All right, and then I love how like the all of the fire with the wands here, illumination. All right, the candles here, illumination. Things are about to light up for you, but don't feel uneasy about it. All right, the Six of Cups. All right, and this is, I feel like with the Six of Cups coming up here, this is like a dream opportunity for some of you all. All right, this Six of Cups could signify a dream opportunity, something that you've always wanted, something connected to the past, something connected to some work you may have done in the past. But it all is with it all coming to light now. All right. And so they want you to be prepared. Pile number one, things are about to be shaken up for you. Be prepared. All right. And it's so positive. I mean, you have so many positive messages here revealing that there you have a strong spiritual team support, spiritual team, like surroundings, like there's a strong presence of that in this reading. All right. And they're like, if it's not them themselves, they're sending people to you to help illuminate your path even more. All right. And look at this. We have these both came out. You have both the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Yes, hard times coming to an end. Hard times coming to an end. And these both came out together. 10-10, completion of a cycle. What did I just say? Like, you guys are ending a chapter. And it's time for you to move on to the next phase of your life. All right. It is time for you to move on to the next chapter of your life. It's coming in for you. It is definitely coming in for you. You have this 10-10 here. Yes, it is coming in for you guys. All right. It is coming in. New endings, endings making new beginnings for you. All right. Endings making new beginnings for you. A completion of a chapter. All right. But this is a positive completion with the Ten of Swords going into the Ten of Pentacles. Yes. All right, my beautiful pal number one. This was so powerful. Like, this was so like your spirit team is like, yes, rooting for you, baby. They are on your side. They are like, they have your back. Okay, if I ain't never seen the spirit teams come up and show out and make their presence known, they have done so in this reading, in this pal. They are fully letting you know that they are fully engaged and that they have your back, and pay attention. They want you to pay attention to everything because they're like, it is me, right? It's them, right? They're saying, like, look, you need guidance and we are here to give it to you, right? You need support, we are here to give it to you. You need answers, we are here to give it to you. So, pal number one, especially in this week moving forward, maybe even starting today, pay attention to every little thing, every little interaction, every little conversation, because it may be the breadcrumbs you need to succeed. All right. So that is all I have for you, my lovely, lovely pal number one. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, and until next time, my loves, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number two. And so this is the High Priestess image that you all chose. All right. And so we will be taking a look at the messages from your higher self, starting with your oracle cards, which I have already pre-shuffled and pre-pulled. And then we will be clarifying with the tarot. All right. And so the first message that you have is know that you are safe and protected. All right. And what's coming through is I feel like some of you may be currently going through a difficult or challenging time. All right. That was the first message that came through. And even some of you may even be going through some uncertain times, right? Things are not looking on the up and up. All right. But not only are you safe and protected, pile number two is what your higher self wants you to know. They also want you to know that you are guided. All right. With this, what looks like a dove here in front of this boat. All right. Some of you are being guided. And I'm also getting the message of someone may have had a recent loved one to pass. All right. With the flowers here in the bowl and the bird here. I'm in this, I don't know if you can see it, but in this shadow of the water, it almost looks like an angel wing to me. So they want you to know, for any of you who have had loved ones who recently passed, they want you to know that they are safe and protected on the other side, and that they now watch over and guide you, okay? And they're part of your safety and protection. All right. But overall, yes, I'm getting the message that some of you are maybe going through some difficult, challenging, or uncertain times at this time. And so your higher self wants you to know that you are being guided and you will be guided out of this, okay, whatever the situation is for you. All right, but let's take a look at the next card. All right, and you guys have change. Yes, and I feel like this is what you all may be currently going through is change. Um, and it may be uncomfortable change. All right, there may be some uncomfortableness around this change, or some, for what's also coming through is that some of you may need change, okay, in order to get out of whatever situation that this is for you. All right. um, and the situation could be prevalent or relevant because it is what's going to stir up the change that needs to happen. All right. And so the message on the card is you're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow you to align with your true self. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And this is exactly what I was getting, like how it says here, change isn't always easy. And this is why I was picking up that there is some type of challenging situations going on right now for you all, some uncomfortable situations going on for you all right now. And and just like I also said, it is because it's causing you to step out of your comfort zone. All right. It's causing for you to really take a look at the bigger picture. All right. And it's causing for you to not just look at the bigger picture, but take a look in the mirror, take a look in at the surrounding situations and circumstances, and really look at them for what they're worth. Okay, really look at them for what they're worth and what you're supposed to be getting from it. What lessons are you supposed to be learning from it? All right. But spirit wants you to know, your higher self wants you to know that regardless, during this, whatever this is for you, you are safe and protected, meaning that you are being guided through this. All right. And as the card says here, um, now is the time to let go of outdated parts of yourself so that you can align with your true self. All right. And aligning with your true self is allowing yourself to also be guided, right? Because you have the spirit team here trying to guide you out of the situation. But if you're so focused or paying attention to the cup being half empty rather than half full, you may miss what they're trying to show you. Okay, meaning that you can't always just take everything as being bad. Okay, even if it is bad, sometimes you have to look at it and say, okay, what was it that I was supposed to learn from this? Um, how is this going to help me make different decisions or have different outcomes in the future if this situation presents itself again? So it's all about looking at how you were meant to be shaped, or you how you were supposed to grow from whatever this may be for you, because either way, it's meant to bring change about. Okay. It's meant to bring change about. And as the card says, you're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become. All right. So your old ways of thinking, being, behaving have become outdated. Okay, it's become outdated. And in order for you to move on to the next chapter or to the next thing in your life, there are some changes that needs to happen within you first. All right, and this is what your higher self wants you to know. It's changes that needs to happen within you. So it's not necessarily changes within the circumstances or the environments that needs to happen. It's the changes that needs to happen within you. But the situations and circumstances may have been put there in place even the challenges, right? They have all been put in place to help you to recognize that. All right. So it's not that the environments need to change or the circumstances need to change. It's just that they were put there and they were happening to help you recognize that there were things about you that needed to change. All right. And then you guys have forget safety. Live where you fear to live. Yes. Take a chance. Dare to dream. Risk pays off. Yes. And this is thinking big, right? This is thinking big, pal number two. All right. The change needed to happen to take you out of your comfort zone. And this is why some of you may be going through some challenging situations right now. It's not for you to run from them or to even fear them, it's for you to learn from them. Okay. So think of whatever it is that you're going through right now, pal number two, whatever that challenge may be, whatever that fear may be, whatever the bad situation may be. This is the time for you to pull your magnifying glass out and look at the situation a little bit deeper. Okay, look at the situation a little bit deeper on, for however this is resonating with you. Okay, what is the situation doing for you? Okay, not to you, but what is the situation doing for you? All right, it's what you're being called to acknowledge. All right, live where you fear to live. Some of you are okay with being just okay, and spirit is saying that there's something far more greater, and far more honorable. All right, it's the word that wants to come through for you all. All right, but some of you have been just okay, have been okay with being just okay, and now it's time for that change. Okay, and don't fear the change, because as the card says, know that you are safe and protected. You are being guided. All right, you are being guided, so you don't have to feel um, as if you're, not going to get the desired outcome that you desire. Okay, it's going to be there for you, but this is going to involve a trusting process, to trust the process, right? Take a chance, dare to dream, risk pays it off. Some of you are playing it small. All right, and so things had to be shooken up or shaken up a little bit in order for this change to come about. All right. And then you guys have positive assumptions. Yes. So be positive, right? Be positive. It goes back to how I was just saying, instead of looking at the glass as half empty, start to look at the glass as half full, right? Regardless if you know the outcome or not. That's just all about being open to change rather than resisting change. All right. And it's so funny because pal number one actually had the themed message of change. Okay. As their first card, but yours is coming through as a bypass, right? Your main message is that you're safe and protected. Um, but I say that to say that if you felt drawn to PAL number one, that PAL may actually have more messages in it for you, especially if you're someone who's going through the process of having to make changes in your life. All right. But positive assumptions, yes. And the message says, in conflict, assume positive intent. Ask, what might they have been trying to achieve? When you reframe the motivation, you soften the emotional charge and open space for resolution. Yes, yes, yes. And this is just what I was saying. It's not that the situations or the circumstances around you need to change, right? It's just that they were put in place to help you recognize about yourself what about yourself needs to be changed, right? And so this further clarifies or confirms when I said that earlier, right? Now it's time for you to look at what's going on around you and have positive assumptions about these situations, okay? Even if the current situation may not feel the best, right? It may just have this uneasy feeling around it, or it just it may actually be just a difficult, challenging situation that you're in, and it's hard for you to look at the glass as half full, right? But somewhere in there, you're being called on by your higher self, regardless of how hard that may be to do so, to really take that magnifying glass out and look at the situation. All right. So pal number two, whatever that this situation is for you, take a look at it. with the magnifying glass and look at what about you is this situation calling out. Okay. What is it bringing out? Okay, whether it's the good or the bad, what challenges is it presenting? Okay, and how is it asking you to respond to these challenges? And so I feel like it's all about you, pal number two. So this is all about you and recognizing what about, like, how to thrive, okay, or even survive in certain situations. So this is like a build up for you. All right, there's some endurance build up that needs to happen for you. There's some resilience build up that needs to happen for you. All right, and so this is whatever situations you're in right now. This is a time for you to really pay attention to what is it asking of from you. Okay, how is it asking you to show up? Okay, and show up mainly for yourself. Okay, you may have been someone who's been playing it small, and so okay, so what's also coming through is just like, I'm being drawn back to the know that you are safe and protected. And so what's coming through is just like a parent who is, teaching their toddler, right, their toddler how to walk, right. And so you're the toddler and your spirit team are the parents. All right, and so this is what they're saying: know that you are safe and protected. So they're standing you, they'll hold your hand, right, to help you to take those first steps, but they want you to lose the fear around taking those first steps. Okay, they want you to have the courage to begin to take those first steps, and they'll hold your hand for a little bit. All right, and they'll even be behind you when they do let your hands go. All right, to catch you just in case you fall. But the point is for you to want to and have the enthusiasm to take those first steps. And so these challenging situations that you're in right now could be to put you in that discomfort, to put you in that uneasy feeling, just to rile you up to want to take those first steps. All right, knowing that it's time for a change. All right, no matter how scary or how fearful it may seem, but you are safe and you're protected. So they'll help you take those first steps. They'll even hold your hands, right? I'm just picturing like the toddler with their hands up and the parents holding on to them, right? And helping them with the first couple of ones before they finally let them go, right? And show them that they're more than capable of doing it on their own, right? And this is what your spirit team wants you to know, your higher self wants you to know. You're more than capable of doing it on your own, but they're also right there behind you, just in case you stumble and you fall. All right. So be fearless, okay, with whatever change needs to happen. All right. Look at the situations you're in and assume positive assumptions around them. Okay. And just realize that even though it may be conflictual or it may be challenging, it is there to help build and restore your faith in yourself. All right. And then you guys have Clover with spiritual cleaning. Okay. And it says, good luck if you work hard to attain. Yes. And open yourself for love, friendship, and healing. Yes. Yes, a spiritual cleaning, right? And this is exactly what I feel like you guys' situations around you are. It's time for you to let go of that unneeded, unnecessary, unwanted baggage that you may be carrying from yourself and maybe even from others, right? But this is for you to step into your power, right? It's like, um, this situation is causing layers of you to be removed. Okay, it's causing layers to be removed that's no longer needed, or that does not need to be there, right? And it's causing you to recognize that a change needs to happen, a change needs to take place. All right, but you have to get to the inner core, that inner layer of yourself, in order to be able to recognize that. All right, understand that there is a spiritual cleaning that's taking place. Okay, and it revolves around you. Just, I'm getting like being fearless. All right, being open to change, being okay with taking those first steps, okay, whatever that looks like for you, being okay with venturing out, doing something different, something new, taking positive assumptions from these environments and situations that essentially are just pushing you outward. Okay, they're pushing you outward on purpose. All right, and this is in order for you to grow and to evolve. Okay, and then you guys have crown with greatness. And it says honor and recognition for your talents and recognize ability to forge ahead in life. Yes, I love it. What did I just say? It's like the environments around you are just like pushing you forward, right? They're just like pushing you out there. No more being afraid. No more being afraid to take that risk. All right. Dare to dream big. Okay. Dare to think outside the box because there's greatness that is meant for you. All right. And you needed this spiritual cleaning to take place in order for you to reach that level of understanding. All right. Recognize ability to forge ahead in life. Yes. And this is so you guys have a very I'm picking up like this soul that's very, I don't know why I want to say the word like ongoing, but more so about like the soul of resilience, right? And endurance and just keeping at it, right? So you have this soul essence to yourself, but that you quite haven't recognized yet about yourself is what I'm getting, right? And so your soul knew this, and this is why certain situations and challenges were set up on your life path to help you to kind of like crack the egg, right? I'm picturing like a little chickie hatching, right? So it's like your soul knew that there were going to be certain situations and circumstances that needed to happen in order for you to begin to break free from, or let's just say hatch, right, from your little egg, right, and for you to step into your greatness. They knew there were going to be certain things that needed to be in place on your life path and on your life journey that would help you transition into the change that needed to happen in order for you to move forward. All right. But you like pal number one, I feel like you have a very strong spiritual support team behind you, especially with that know that you are safe and protected card coming out. You guys do have a supporting spiritual team around you. And at this moment in time, they're just nudging you forward. All right. But they have your back. They're behind you just in case you stumble or you fall to catch you. All right. So now let's take a look at the tarot, see what additional messages we have for you around this. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis. What additional messages do you have for pal number two? Messages from their higher self. All right. Yeah, this was like a challenge. You guys were challenged to um, survive your situations and circumstances is what I'm getting. Like to come out of them unbroken, right? To come out of them stronger than ever. To learn how to make the best out of nothing. Okay, learn how to make lemonade from lemons, as cliche as that is, right? But yeah, it was like a challenge for you. I feel like whatever you all are going through was an intentional challenge for you to step into your power. Okay, that's what's coming through. All right, because you all were playing it safe. Look at this. We have the four of, is this, yeah, four pentacles and the king of wands, right? You guys were playing it safe for a while. And so this is why things may have recently or could be, currently being shaken up a little bit for you. You guys were playing it safe. This is what the four of pentacles is, right? Reserving self for self, not, really exposing themselves or putting themselves out there. It's like, no, I just want to stay right here in my little compy space. Look at the locks here on the gate, right? No one can get in, right? No one has access. But you're bigger than that with this king of wands showing up here. All right. And I feel like you know that, but you're just okay with being in your comfort zone. All right. But you're bigger than that. And so now, in order to get you to stop playing it small, pal number two. The situations that you're in, these challenging, difficult situations that you're in, as I said earlier, I felt like are intentional to get you to step outside the box with this King of Wands energy showing up. All right. No more playing it small, pal number two. You're meant for greatness. All right. You're meant to dream big. All right. You're meant to make nothing out of something, or something out of something out of nothing, right? But that's what you're meant for. Okay, that's what you're meant for. And your guys are just like really rooting for you. They're waiting for you to recognize that about yourself, and to not be afraid of taking any necessary baby steps needed to get you to where you are. All right. Um, because they are there guiding you. All right. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Yes. Plant your seeds and watch them grow. All right. With the Seven of Pentacles here, plant your seeds and watch them grow. Um, but yeah, you have to start somewhere. All right. You have to put in the work. Okay. And I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles showing up also, how I was saying, like, I feel like you have that soul that is like resilient. Um, right, and you have like this resilient type soul. I feel like this Seven of Pentacles is really tuning into the energy of past life energies, like you've done this work before. All right, and now it's time to pick up where you left off at. All right. You've done this work before, and now it's time for you to pick up where you left off at. So some of you could be carrying over talents or ambitions or creativeness, anything like that from previous lifetimes. And it's now time for you to step into it into this lifetime. So things may have been on a standstill for a little bit. You may have been a little hesitant for a little bit. And so things got shaken up for you, and then now you're kind of being forced to, I don't want to use the word forced, but you're being called, let's use that word, to step out of your comfort zone so you can pick up where you left off with your greatness. All right, some of you have achieved greatness in this area of your life before in previous lifetimes, and now you're being called to recognize that in this lifetime. Okay, but with the spiritual cleaning, some things needed to be stripped away, some layers needed to be removed in order for you to recognize that about yourself. You guys were put in situations, circumstances, and environments that were shaped and fitted for you to hatch. All right, that's what I'm going to use, the word we use, like a little birdie, hatch, right? And so the conditions had to be the where they were in order for it to get to the right temperature, or the whatever's needed for an egg to hatch. It needed to, that environment needed to be that, right? And so this is what you all may have been going through. Okay. So that is all I have for you, my lovely pal number two. Please leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. And until next time, my loves, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number three. And so this is the High Priestess image that you all chose. All right. And so we are going to jump right in and take a look at what messages your higher self has for you. I've already pre-shuffled and pre-pulled the oracle cards, so we'll start with those, and then we will be clarifying with the tarot. All right. And so your first message is, if all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. All right. Yes, if all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. Really straightforward. Pile number three is that you all need to pay more attention. I'm getting pay attention to detail. Okay, so for whoever that resonates with, stop trying to jump right to the end result, all right, and pay attention to your detail. Okay, so for whoever that resonates with, but also just in general, pound number three, just really not taking life for granted. All right, your higher self wants you to really not take life for granted and to not try to run through it. All right, some of you are chasing something. Okay, whether it's your dreams, whether it's happiness, whether it's relationships, whatever it is, it's like you want instant gratification. All right, it's what's coming through. And so your higher self is coming through to say, take it easy, slow down, and enjoy the small things that lead up to the big ones. All right. To not take things for granted, to not neglect certain aspects or areas of your life. And in regards to trying to just make it to this big thing, whatever it is, whatever that is for you, instantaneously, right? So some of you are really moving at a fast pace, right? And you're being called to move at a snail's pace. All right. And this is where your value and your appreciation is going to come from mostly. All right. Because what's going to happen is what's coming through is that some of you are going to face moments of regret if you continue to go through this speed, because you're going to miss out on a lot of big and important things, even if they were small ones, because you just rushed through. All right, so there may be a sense of regret for you sometime in the future if you don't slow down now. All right. Yes, instant gratification. Some of you are living your life in just that manner, right? Just wanting things to be instantly gratifying, wanting to see like the end result right away. And so that means you're just rushing through everything to get to that point. So your higher self is saying, slow down, please. All right, slow down. And there's this energy that keeps wanting to come through is for someone, it could be too with your children, right? You're maybe not dedicating enough time to really watching your child grow. You're just already pre-planning what their future is going to look like, right? You're trying to get them to the next big thing or the next best thing, right? And you're not really paying attention to the grow up process for your child. So for whoever that resonates with, all right. But overall, yes, your higher self is saying to please slow down. All right. Please slow down. And then you guys have create. Okay. And it says you're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. Yes, and I love how it says this part of you needs extra attention right now, because this is what I said earlier. I said your higher self wants you to pay attention to detail. Yes, pay it. And this pal may have you, some whoever was pulled or called to this pal. A lot of you may be creatives, right? You're creative in some area or some aspect of your life. How whatever that looks like, whether it's artistically, musically, whatever creative ability you have or that you engage in, right? I feel like this you may have been drawn to this pal, but you're in, especially in this time and age where everything just moves so fast, right? Especially with social media and everything, you see all of these quote unquote successful people in social media, right, doing their thing, and you have the ability to do whatever they're doing, and so you kind of want to be where they're at right here, right now. Your higher self is saying no. Don't try to be Instagram famous overnight, right? That's not going to be the route for you to take. Instead, it's going to require for you to really pay attention to your creative abilities, right? Really put love, care, and passion into it. Give it the attention, the extra attention that it needs right now for whatever creative endeavor that you're on. Pound number three, really give it that attention to detail that's needed, because spirit is saying that's what's going to make you stand out from the rest. Okay, if you're trying to get instant gratification to be like everyone else, then that's exactly what's going to happen. You're just going to end up being like everybody else, and you're not gonna nothing's going to stand out about you. Nothing's going to separate you. Nothing's going to make you different from everybody else. And so this is why that extra attention to detail is needed right now. Okay, it needs to be expressed in a bigger way. Okay, thinking outside the box. All right, it's what you're being called to do. And I'm getting this message of just like your spirit team is actually there to help you do that. They're there to help you think outside the box, to give you that one idea that may set you apart from the rest. Okay, but you may be missing out on those messages from them if you're just running through like it's a rat race, right? Your mind is going 100 miles per hour and it doesn't slow down to fully encapsulate the whole idea, right? Or the whole project or whatever it is that you're working on, because it's just in its mind, it's trying to get to that big moment right here and right now. All right. Um, so this is the time for you, pal number three, to really think outside the box, and to actually also remove set create your own category. All right, create your own lane. All right, it's what's coming through. So for whoever in this panel, is going through a creative endeavor, this is the time for you to create your own lane, create your own space, do something different. And you have the ability to be guided in doing this, is what spirit is saying. All right, but right now, as the card's saying, if all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. So you're not paying attention to the little things that can add up to that one big thing, right? It's just like the focus is the big thing. You're not looking at the little small steps in the process. Okay. And you guys have look for the answer inside your question. Okay, be honest with yourself. You know the truth, and this is just what I was feeling like. The answers are going to come from within, and I did say like your spirit team is there to guide you, right? But you're probably missing out on the messages, because it's like your mind is just like focus on the outcome and not what it takes or what leads up to that outcome, right? And so this is what I mean when you can't grasp onto the messages you may be receiving from spirit, um, is you're not tapping in. And that's what look for the answers inside your question comes from. That means just looking from within. All right, looking from within, feeling from within, and not just focusing on the external. All right, because whatever creative endeavor this is for you all, it can gain more momentum if you just became honest with yourself, right? It be if you became honest with the flaws that may be surrounding it, or the tweaks that needed to happen around it, or even if it may be a flop, right? And you need to start fresh, you need to start over. Okay, and that's what this card is saying. Be honest with yourself. You know the truth, right? Some of you just think that whatever is going on right now, and I'm getting this whole energy of like being socially engaged. So some of you, your creative endeavors may be around being socially engaged, and so you may feel like the next big thing is what's happening now, but it's like the spirit wants you to think beyond that. All right, they want you to think beyond that and be honest with yourself. For how long could this essentially last, right? How far could this essentially go if I'm just moving along and keeping up with what everybody else is doing, right? In order for it to fully last, have value, and be worth something, is when I put my own little creative touch on it, right? And that's paying attention to the small things. All right. Um, Putting your own creative touch on it, because you also have create here, right? You have look for the answers inside your question, look for the answers within. All right, because whatever you're doing is going to require your own little creative touch, pal number three. Something different, something that's going to set you apart. All right. And you guys have overlapping systems. Okay, and it says people process information differently. Some prefer visual cues, others prefer auditory or kinesthetic. Using overlapping representational systems, you can bridge communication gaps. Speak in images, sounds, and feelings to ensure your message resonates with everyone, regardless of their preferred modality. Yes, and this is exactly what I was saying. You, pal number three, are meant to do something that's going to separate yourself from the rest, right? This is exactly what this is confirming. You are meant to think outside the box. You are meant to do something different, right? And right now you may be just trying to follow the phase or follow the wave, and it's not going to do anything for you. All right? What you're meant to create, okay, whatever you're working on, whatever endeavor, that creative endeavor that is for you, it's meant to allow you to stand out and to be different. Okay. And what this card is saying here is that in order for you to do so, what you're creating has to relate on more than one term, right? It has to relate to more than one wave, more than one frequency, more than one modality, right? So your thing is meant to have this interconnection within it that allows people to come together, right? And it's like allow people to relate on more than one level, right? So think about when you think about social media, there's this sense of, some people cater to, other people and vice versa, right? Some people's material is not going to fit for everyone, right? It's like a genre for social media, right? In many different aspects. And so what you're meant to do is bridge the gap, right? Whatever you're creating is meant to bridge the gap with that, right? So it's like you got a little something you got a little something for everybody, pal number three. All right. But it's going to take for you to pay attention to detail on how exactly can you do that? How exactly can you resonate with more than one group or more than one set of people? How can your work, I'm getting your art, reach more than one people or more than one level, right? Stop trying to be like the masses. Okay, create your own lane, do something different, right? So this is what you're meant to do. Pound number three. And then you guys have turkey with the gratitude, and it says risk of doing something stupid, maintain a deep connection with the earth. All right. And this, I feel like with this gratitude and this turkey and having this connection with the earth, I feel like you're being called into more of a grounding type energy, especially with this, the first message here. If all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, right? It's like you see everything else in hindsight, and which also means you're not being grateful, right, for the little small things in front of you. I feel like this message, the message with that is that you need to be more grounded with yourself, express more gratitude, be more thankful for the little things. Take a look at where you are now versus where you were previously, and just being thankful. Okay, thankful for your ability to thrive is what's coming through. Thankful for your ability to even possess creative abilities, right? Um, Being thankful enough to thank spirit that they've led you to this point in your life, and being thankful enough to say thank you for bringing me here. Where else can you take me, right? How else can you help me to expand, to grow, to create this overlapping systems that's going to allow me to connect on more than one level with others. All right. And then we have turtle with harmony, and it says health of the environment and lifestyle, and unexpected and unforeseen victory. Yes. And I love this turtle coming up because that's like what I was getting earlier when I was telling you that you guys' mind may be running like at 100 miles per hour because you just want this instant gratification outcome, and how it's saying like they want you to go more at a snail's pace, right? And I was also during that time getting the energy and the message of the turtle and the hare, right? And we all know the turtle. Well, I would assume most of us know the turtle and the hare's story, right? And so it's funny how the turtle comes up because I did get that image earlier of a turtle, the turtle and the hare. And so this is just to say, it's okay to take your time. All right. It's okay to not try to like everyone else. I feel like it's the hair. Everyone wants that speed, that instant gratification, right? They want to get to victory right away, right? And so they burn themselves out and to doing so because there's no um logical system or rational system behind it. It's just like going off of steam or just going, right? But then you got the turtle who comes through and he's more methodical and he's more rational, right? And he's gonna actually outsmart the hare just in doing so, or just in being that way. Okay. And so this is very symbolic of how you trying not to keep up with the mainstream, right? And taking your own route, creating your own space, creating your own place. It's actually going to open up even more doors for you, because it's going to help you to do something that others have not thought of, or that others may have even missed out on because of, them just trying to get to where they want to be fast and quickly, right? There's going to be loopholes that others didn't see that you will get the chance to see if you allow yourself to be grounded, express the gratitude, and just be in harmony with the universe, all right, for whatever creative endeavor you're in at this moment. Okay. So now let's go ahead and take a look at what additional messages wants to come out to clarify these messages. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis. What additional messages do we have for pile number 3? Okay, that came out quick. We have the Knight of Cups. All right. And yeah, some of you are really in pursuit of what makes you happy with this Knight of Cups showing up here. I definitely get a pursuit of doing what makes you happy, and something that's dearing and touching to your heart. All right. And so, yeah, so this is just continuing to do that, pile number 3, but more so where you're more in tune and in touch with your feelings and your emotions around it, right? And you're not just trying to keep up with the Joneses, or trying to keep up with, mainstream, all right? Just doing it from a place, or moving from a place of true understanding, all right, true connectivity, all right, and being graceful about it, all right, being graceful about it, and making it something you're doing out of love and passion, rather than just trying to get to the end result of what you deem to be successful, right? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes. And when you do this, it brings about the positive changes. It's like the universe comes to meet you half the way with this Wheel of Fortune showing up. It's like the Wheel of Fortune meeting, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, the universe, right, meeting you half the way, because they're like, okay, now you're paying attention to detail. Now you're really um, taking a look at what is needed, okay, what is required in order for you to get full success from this. All right, and look at this. It leads to your full term, long term stability and happiness with this Ten of Cups showing up. All right, so it's okay to not rush through it. Pal number 3, it's okay to not rush through it, because at the end, look, you still have the Ten of Cups. Okay, this is stability, this is long-term happiness, this is success. All right, and this is, I feel like, being gratefulness, right? Expressing gratefulness and gratitude, and just being thankful. All right, so do things your way. Pal number 3, whatever creative endeavor this is for you all, do it your way only. Don't feel like you have to keep up with what the rest of the world is doing, or what the rest, or with the rest of whoever it is you're following they're doing. Create your own lane, create your own space. All right, and this is the message from your higher self. All right, my lovely pal number 3, that is all I have for you this week. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, and until next time, my loves, take care, and bye bye.